Hello everyone, and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Hey everyone!
We are back with part 2 of our Super Mario World Let's Play.
That we are. And as I remember, this was a hard level, wasn't it?
That it was.
Now, I'm not sure if I should go straight for the castle, or if
It's up to you.
I should see about doing the secrets.
I mean, you can do the secrets too if you want.
Okay.
We did say we were gonna 100% this one.
Yeah. So I guess we'll take a little detour, since I messed up. Alright. And I also forgot another factor, which is after you turn the game off, your life counter goes back to the preset. But we can get some lives. Not on camera, obviously. Alright. I have to remind myself where the other dragon coins are, because I remind myself that there are a lot of secrets, and this game rewards you for exploring.
That it does.
Yep.
Don't mind me, I'm eating my snack.
I don't mind.
So yeah, I think as I was saying previously, when I was talking about Richard Horvitz,
Oh yeah.
I had assumed that for whatever reason my brain thought, oh, he must have a deeper voice as his quote-unquote real voice. But then, because I don't think I said this on camera, that yeah, actually his real voice does sound like his characters.
Yep. True. And we both experienced that. Well, I experienced it the first time when we met him at Too Many Games.
Yep. And I experienced it doing one of his online voice acting lessons.
Awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Go up here.
Kind of initially made me a little bit starstruck to realize he sounds like his character's IRL.
It is.
But once I got past that, I was okay.
It is awesome and star-striking.
Yeah.
I find the blue fish asleep funny because when you get close, I like to imagine he's trying to get Mario or Luigi's autograph.
Oh.
Though he's probably trying to eat him, actually.
Right.
Hey Mario, can I get your autograph? No, you can't, you'll eat. I'll get hurt if you touch me.
Yeah. If you eat. I get hurt if you eat me. I'm not a piranha. Oh. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to assume.
Yeah. Alright, so I think this is where the other one... Nope, that's not where the other one is, and I just messed this up.
Failure. Oh.
That's funny.
Yeah. But as I found out listening to him on a podcast, what I had assumed would be the case with Richard Horvitz was the case with Ryan Drummond, who was the first English voice of Sonic. That yes, his regular speaking voice is deeper than his voice as Sonic.
Yep.
And I'm like, I told Connor that was what I had expected with Richard Horvitz, and it was not the case, but it was indeed the case with Ryan Drummond when I listened to a podcast of his. Sadly, I have not met Ryan Drummond in person, very regrettably.
Well, maybe.
But let's see how things go.
Yeah.
I already met the third, not the first, the third English voice of Sonic. I'm going off of the video game voices, by the way.
Right.
You know, I met Roger Craig Smith at Too Many Games,
Yep.
so... And another convention that we sometimes go to is going to have the second English voice of Sonic.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I am too, and I'm super excited because this will be my first time meeting somebody who also voiced Shadow. So
Nice.
Because yes, Jason Griffith also was the second voice of Shadow the Hedgehog in the video games.
Awesome.
Yeah. Though in my heart, I want to meet David Humphrey, who was the first English voice of Shadow. And my favorite. That's the thing. I think most people associate Jason Griffith's voice with Shadow the most. Because of the Sonic X cartoon, I think.
I see.
And, you know, by the time Shadow the Hedgehog came out, that was Jason Griffith. The game.
Yeah.
So, I feel like David Humphrey's time voicing Shadow was really short.
Yeah.
But he was my favorite Shadow voice.
Huh.
Not just because he was first, but I liked how he didn't really have an accent, but sometimes the way he delivered some lines, it almost felt like there was a bit of an accent, and I just thought that was really cool.
That is.
To the point where until I read that he wasn't, I almost wondered if he was Canadian, the voice actor, but no, sadly not the case, but
I see.
I think I read he's from Ohio, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. but, you know.
Sometimes I do think that there is a forgotten Midwestern accent.
Yeah, and that's very possible that he slipped into that very briefly.
Yeah.
And that's what I heard.
Yeah, I believe it.
But yeah. Okay. But yeah. So anyway, who knows? Maybe I'll meet Ryan Dermond after that, because if we're going 3, 2, 1...
Oh, that'd be cool.
That would be great.
Yeah, it would.
But the problem is Ryan Dermond just doesn't go to conventions that are close by. Where literally the closest east he has gone is New York, and it's kind of a pain in the butt to get to New York.
Yeah.
For us, yeah.
Ah, we got a mini-boss.
Is this King Boo before he was king?
I do wonder if this was King Boo before he was crowned king.
Yeah.
He certainly qualifies for a Big Boo.
Right. Which is probably what he was called.
Mm-hmm. Well, I beat him.
Yay.
Save.
Wait.
Yep. This is our first trip to Star Road.
Excuse me.
That's...
That was my zipper.
Yes, his coat zipper.
Which obviously it probably sounded like that.
Yeah.
I just meant excuse me because you suddenly hear this noise.
Right.
Not that it sounds like anything weird, but...
Nah, we're not that kind of channel.
That's my coat, I promise.
Yeah.
That's my jacket.
Ooh.
I'm not like that excited. Anyway.
Right. Well, we found the other Star Road, and this takes us to... I don't think we can go anywhere yet.
No.
But we now have a little preview of what World 3 is going to be. Let's see.
Yeah, might as well, I guess.
Alright. Well,
I know, you're probably like, this is awfully early to be working on all of this. Well, meh. Whatever, we do what we want.
true. Well, we can at least get a blue Yoshi, and then, if necessary, come back.
A blue Yoshi.
Yeah. Good job.
Hey, good job.
Yeah. Just like Charles. I always loved how when he was talking about Mario teaches typing,
Yeah.
and how he did not want to be discouraging to...
Yeah, he was saying he didn't want the kids to hear no.
Yeah.
Like, no, and I loved that. He didn't want to be discouraging. He didn't want the kids to hear no, or you've done bad. He wanted to keep it encouraging.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that about him and his interpretation of...
Mario, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why he... And thinking about it... When you get game over, like in Mario 64...
Mm-hmm.
He just goes, game over... And then the music gets happy again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think there's another path here that I have to take to
Yeah.
get to...
Oh, and something I wanted to share that...
Oh, yeah.
This may be interesting to some people and is definitely very pro for we should have Sonic and Mario on the same team. And it's interesting to me because the person who voices Mario, or has voiced Mario for the longest time, is American.
Yep.
You know, Charles Martinet. And the person who's the original voice for Sonic is Japanese. You know. Junichi Kanemaru, ne?
Yes.
Yes. So it's very interesting because I've now watched interviews by both of them. And they have both said that voicing their character has made them a better person. They have both said this.
Beautiful.
You know, maybe not exactly the same way, but they have both said this. And that tells me a lot. And that shows me that in terms of the characters, in terms of what they're doing for the players, are very similar.
Mm-hmm.
That aspect of Sonic and that aspect of Mario aren't different.
I love that.
And yeah, I feel like when we, in our localization, we kind of try to go out of our way to make Sonic edgier and almost kind of make him a bit more of a jerk at times.
Which I hate that, honestly.
Yeah. There are some, because honestly, at his core, Sonic is always an encouraging person to his friends. Like, the part where I got weird was when in localization in games like Sonic Colors and in apparently Lost World, Sonic Lost World, they manufactured arguments between Sonic and Tails that weren't in the Japanese version.
Yeah, that was not cool.
Yeah.
And earlier we had a little preview of World 7, but...
Yeah.
Let's...
Yeah, I'm like, wow, that was a major potential spoiler.
Yeah. But let's get back to our adventure.
Yes.
As we want to complete level 2.
But yeah, anyway, yeah, Sonic is usually, and I don't know if it's that, you know, they felt like it would make Sonic less interesting or whatever. I don't know. I mean, Sonic still makes snarky comments to Eggman and to the villains sometimes.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, so it doesn't really get rid of his brand of humor or anything.
No.
But, yeah, so I personally don't feel like him being optimistic and encouraging makes him boring.
I love that about Sonic.
Yeah. Because, like, he's a supportive person. For, like, an example in Sonic Colors, when he's kind of... Tails is kind of being bashful that his translation machine still had kinks in it, and you know, he was kind of being bashful, like, you know, apologetic, I guess, that it still had kinks to work out, and Sonic was very encouraging, like, hey, you got this, you can do it, like, you know, like, I know you'll fix it, that type of thing. Whereas in the English version, they made it like, I don't remember what it was, something like Sonic taking all the credit for something, and Tails is like, oh, I'm sorry, you made the translation machine, or something like that.
Yeah, that was not cool.
I'm like,
But yeah, Sonic and Tails were like best of friends.
Yeah.
Why would he be like, I'm the best? Didn't I make something?
Yeah. And I feel like in a way, in the English translation, they also kind of made Sonic's ego worse. Whereas he's self-confident, but he's not gonna hog all the credit.
Right.
So, but I don't know. I never understood.
It's why I like the interpretation. Me neither. I prefer the interpretation of Sonic being supportive to his friends.
Yeah, and it is funny where I actually comparing the Japanese and English dialogue in the new Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, I actually came across a arguably opposite localization thing, where this time the original Japanese one, Sonic was arguably a little bit ruder, but it wasn't to Tails. It was to Rouge.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe he was just being playful. I could see that as he was playfully getting a rise out of her, maybe because she was arguably being playful too, because I'm sure she knew that wouldn't work on Sonic, the whole, oh, can you let me, or it was like, let me go on ahead since I'm a lady, or
yeah,
I'll give a lady a head start, that kind of thing. And Sonic said something about, I'm gonna enjoy this race, and by the way, who's the lady you're talking about?
Ah, yeah.
Where I'm like, ow. Whereas they just made it completely different. I think they just completely had both Rouge and Sonic say something completely
I feel
different.
Rouge would be like, Sonic!
Yeah.
That might actually be the first time that she would snap.
Either that, or she would be like, ow. Like,
ow, that was pretty mean, Sonic.
That was a little off color. I'd expect that from Shadow, but from the Blue Blur himself?
Yeah. Because Shadow does have an edge, although Shadow, despite his flaws, I feel he respects Rouge.
Yeah. Hence why Rouge would not try that on him. Because I feel like with their dynamic, if she said something like that to him, he'd be like, who do you think you're talking to exactly? You know, like, what? You know, I just don't think that would compute to Shadow. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, sorry to get into that, but it's just, yeah.
Talking Sonic on the Mario video, yeah? That's alright.
The fans are gonna come and they'll throw me in the Nintendo jail.
That's okay. I like it when you're talking to Sonic the Hedgehog.
Technically, he's kinda, sort of, half part of Nintendo anyway now. But...
yeah, there isn't really much of a battle anyway, right?
Yeah. At the time this game had come out, I would have been in Nintendo
No, I
jail.
don't know if I can do this. Nope.
Nope.
Well, that was a waste. But it was worth a try.
Yes. Okay. But yeah. With Mario, yeah, I mean, I just have a little bit less to say with Mario, sadly.
That's okay.
Nowadays, I mean, like...
Yeah.
I've had a good long time with the franchise, but Nintendo's kind of been frustrating me a bit.
I don't blame you, especially with what what we both have learned about. See our Pokemon episode about how they handled the Chinese translation and were responded kind of tone deaf.
Yeah.
To the Chinese gaming public who are Pokemon fans.
Yeah, it kind of comes across as a misunderstanding of the Chinese language that they're like, don't you do this phonetic stuff all the time? Can't you just, like, phonetically say it the way you want? It's like, no, the character you used cannot be said that way.
Yeah. Likewise, it was an interesting video we watched. We might have found the root of yokai, but also...
yeah. Which, that stuff, as somebody who finds linguistic stuff really interesting...
Me too, buddy.
I was like, oh, wow, that's so cool. Because yes, a lot of Japanese words, a lot of Korean words have their origin in Chinese.
Yes.
I think, as a side note, other than like a few words, a lot of Korean words that I think people give Japanese credit for being the root of, I'm like, Chinese.
Yep.
Because where do you think Japan got it from?
Exactly.
But yeah, there are actually some Korean loan words from Japanese, though, in all fairness. So.
Yep.
Or some of them are just shared English loan words, like kohi and kopi.
Yep. Just to beat Morton.
Yeah. Although my favorite is the Chinese word for coffee because it is my favorite character from Majora's Mask Cafe.
Nice.
And spelled that way. Kafei. Cafe.
Indeed. Thank you. Well, we just squashed it.
Why are they all yellow?
Morton Koopa Jr. of Castle Number 2 is now just a memory. The next area is the underground Vanilla Dome. What traps await Mario in this new world? What will become of Princess Toadstool? Oh yeah. She was Toadstool before she was Princess Peach here.
Because of localization, yes.
Yep. And here's World 3.
Yep. Moving right along.
That we are.
I'm thinking, though, wasn't she Princess Peach from, like, the beginning in Japan?
Oh, yeah.
I think it was just... for the longest time, they weren't sure whether to call her that in the American games, I guess.
Right. Let me guess. Her name's not Mushroom themed.
What? She's the ruler of the Mushroom Kingdom. Why is her name Peach? This isn't the Fruit Kingdom. It's, if anything, it should be the vegetable kingdom.
Yeah.
Because it's a mushroom. Wait, is a mushroom a vegetable? No, I'm kidding. I could see them. Like,
yeah, I could see that too.
Because localization used to be a little bit too intense.
Yes.
Too many changes.
Yep.
And it wasn't always about censorship. Sometimes it was just, nah, we think Americans would respond better to this. When really, the American kids are like, we literally don't care.
Surprisingly, yeah.
Yeah. But they're like, no. You'll prefer this, trust me. I, a middle-aged man, know what you, a small kid, will prefer.
Yeah. We get that a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see if I can do this.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yay! I messed up on that.
Yeah.
Well, let's try again.
That's okay. I think the furthest I got was like to the end of this area.
Oh.
Without any cheats, without any rewind. Obviously, with the Nintendo Switch Online Rewind, I was able to beat the game.
I see.
But without the power of the mighty rewind feature and save states, I only got to Vanilla Dome. Yes, I'm not kidding, guys. I'm not very skilled at games. Please don't do what that one girl at Kansai Gaidai did and accuse me of lying, because why?
Yeah,
if
that was not cool.
If I was gonna lie, why would I say I'm bad?
Yeah, you would have said you completed the game and...
Yeah, it's like, if I'm gonna lie, I might as well say, oh yeah, I beat The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time in one sitting.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's so stupid. Like, why would I... What, so you could pity me? You think I'm like, I get off on being pitied? No. If I was gonna lie, I would make myself look better, naturally.
Yeah. You would have been like... Oh, I beat him with one finger, kind of. Although that might be too exaggerating, but...
I beat Ganondorf with the giant's knife. Yes, after it's broken. I'm like, I'm so badass, I don't need a blade. Yeah. See, now that...
Yes.
If I wanted to lie about my ability, that's what I'd say.
That is a lie.
Yeah. It was a good old fishing tale, as we used to call it.
Yep. That indeed. Let's see. Get some fire.
Those of you who fish know what I mean.
Yep.
I caught a fish that was this big. It was longer than my SVU. SUV. It was longer than 26 seasons.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. It took many years to get from the head to the tail. I meant to say SUV.
Yes.
But it's
that
fine.
works too.
I make a mistake, and then the joke is even less, and even weirder and funnier in a nonsensical way.
I like it.
Yeah.
It was so long, it was 26 seasons long.
It was 26 seasons long. It took me many decades to get from the head to the tail. I guess we'll stop here for now. All right, everyone. We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.